hope you're doing really good, right? And today we're going to see if we ask, is there any or are there any, right? Remember that we've already seen how much and how many. Well, this is for the same purpose, for count and non-count nouns, okay? So I'm going to use is there any to ask about food when it's a non-count noun or uncountable. That means I cannot count them 1, 2, 3. I have to measure them. 1 cup, 1 glass, 1 spoonful, right? Different measurements. And I'm going to use are there any for plural countable nouns. Countable nouns means I can count them 1, 2, 3. They are plural. Let's look at my examples. So sugar. I have to think. Can I count sugar or do I measure sugar? Right? I cannot tell you I want 1 million grains of sugar. No. I measure them with a spoon. I want a spoonful of sugar, right? Or I want a cup of sugar. So, since it's an uncountable noun or non-count noun, then I ask, is there any sugar? Because I have to measure it, right? The same way with cereal. I can't count cereal. So it's an uncountable or non-count noun. So I ask, is there any cereal? Okay? Then, for plurals, for count nouns, I use are, like the apples. The apples I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I ask, are there any apples? Right? Or the fish. I know that I ask how much fish, I know, but in this case, the fish that are in the basket are similar in size. So yes, if I want, I can count them, right? And I can ask then, are there any fish in the basket? Okay, for this case, right? Okay. So remember, is there any for non-count nouns? Are there any for count nouns? So let's go to exercise A. Here, I want you to complete the question with is or are. Use the noun as a hint. So you see, horses, think, singular or plural? It's plural because it's horses. Then make your question. Can I count them? 1, 2, 3? Or do I have to measure them? I can count horses, 1 horse, 2 horse. So I'm going to use is or are. Look at that, right? You have horses in number 1, eggs, sugar, sitcoms on number 4. Sitcoms are like programs, like you can say cartoons. So think, can I count cartoons? Okay, information is abstract, so can I count information? And then I have homework here, it's in a total, it's not divided, so I cannot count them, right? So think is or are and complete exercise A. When I finish exercise A, I go to exercise B. Here, you're going to look at the picture and make a question. Is there or are there? Right? Is there any? And you look at the picture. First, you have flowers. Then you have lemonade. Then you have fish. Then you have rice. Then you have peanut butter. And the last picture are donuts. So think, can I count them? 1, 2, 3? Or do I have to measure them? Make the questions, right? And then, here you have pictures, and I want you to make questions about the pictures. Is there any or are there any? First, you have apple, orange, grapes and bananas. Then you have vegetables. You can put them together as vegetables, or you can divide them in celery, carrot, broccoli, cauliflower, but as you wish. Then you have eggs. Then you have the chicken. Then you can decide fish, shrimps, and oysters, or put them together as seafood. Right? After the seafood, you can tell me that it's a cake or a pie. Right? And then you have beans. And finally, you have cheese. Yes, it's cheese. Really, cheese. Right? So think. Can I count them? 1, 2, 3? Or do I have to measure them by 1 pound, 2 pounds, right? Or in pieces, right? Think and make your questions. When you finish that, you can check. Exercise A and exercise B. Okay? Remember here, it has to be similar, right? Teacher, I didn't put base. I said in the room, as long as the structure is similar, it's okay. Okay, and remember to send your work to Studium. Is there or are there? Okay, and I hope you enjoy your week. And I'll see you next class.